प्लीज ये कौन है जो आपको डिमोटिवेट कर रहा है? स्टार्ट एक्सप्लोरिंग अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स। अब भी बहुत सारे पेरेंट्स होते हैं जिनको लगता है कि नहीं, जो वो सोच रहे हैं वही करियर चॉइस बेस्ट है, बच्चे को क्या पता है, बच्चे को कुछ नहीं मालूम है। Parents should not put any kind of pressure on a child. And again, I'm mentioning that please understand yourself very well. Put the focus on you. Government jobs will demand the same amount of performance, and there would be enough of actions with the people who are not performing. Thank you so much, Abhishek. That's really, I would say, wonderful. Let me just quickly reiterate the last Sunday's learnings to begin with, and then you may start asking the questions. Last Sunday, we talked about the first few steps that one must understand before deciding the career. So we talked about self-awareness. It's very, very important that once a child is in the grade 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, one should look at bringing a lot of self-awareness, bringing a lot of awareness about careers, looking at gathering as much feedback about oneself as possible, and also continuously keeping a tab on the strengths that one is building all across, all throughout. Yeah. Okay. So over to you, Abhishek. Please ask me today's questions, and I'll be more than happy to talk about.
I'm thankful that from you we have got the gist of what we discussed, what we talked about in the last session, and I'm sure all the questions will connect from what you just mentioned. So to begin, it's an amazing question, and it sets the foundation. The first question comes up as, what is self-exploration and discovery? How should a school student 10th, 11th, 12th understand this?
Okay, great. So, since I talked about the entire process of career counseling last time, let me, again reiterate that as well before I start, answering the questions for today. And like I said last time, that when one is really deciding the careers for oneself, it's very, very important that one must understand oneself. And when I say one must understand oneself, what does it mean? It means that you need to understand your interest areas, you need to understand your aptitudes, you need to understand your mindset, you need to understand your personality. So you need to have a very good holistic picture of who you are, what you are, and what you need from life, from yourself. And that will decide the foundation of selecting the career. Now, when I talked about self-awareness in the last, Sunday, I was looking at, actually understanding interest areas, understanding aptitudes, understanding personality, mindset, so on and so forth. Now, what do each one of them mean really? Yeah. So for example, many a times when I happen to ask the students, listen, tell me what is your interest area? And more often than not, I get the response that my interest area is science, my interest area is maths, my interest area is English, my interest is eco, my interest is geography, so on and so forth. So Abhishek, do you think that is the right interest area?
I doubt, because that is not driving me and letting me do mathematics or something. Mathematics can be the medium. As a student, mathematics can be the medium, but probably not the interest area, sir.
Correct. Great. Absolutely. So interest area is basically an activity or a set of activities that one engages in or one would love to engage in over a, I would say, set of choices, and consistently for a larger period of time. So for example, if I give you 5 choices, what do you want to do at this point in time? And every time your mind goes to a particular choice. For example, if I say you should be doing dancing right now, or you should be doing singing right now, or you should be doing painting right now, you should be doing writing right now, or go to lab and perform some experiments, or go to story class. If I give you all these sets of choices, and every time when I talk about these choices, your mind tells you, hey, listen, you should go for singing. Listen, you should really go for singing. You really want to sing and you really enjoy singing. And every time, if your mind is telling you to do that particular activity or a similar set of activities again and again for a considerably longer period of time, for a very large, I would say, period of time, then definitely this is your very pertinent interest area, and you need to understand it in much greater details. And your subjects are nothing else, but they are the enablers. They are the mediums and tools to enhance your knowledge in that interest area that will help you to excel in that interest area. All right. So Abhishek, have I answered you what is an interest area?
I think we have got answers of a couple of questions here. First is, as I mentioned, self exploration and discovery. Second, in the process of self exploration and discovery, we actually misunderstand interest area and the medium we take up for that interest area. So we were thankful that we have got a couple of questions answered.
Absolutely. So when you are talking about building self-awareness, you need to continuously keep looking at those activities or the set of activities which you are always enjoying. Your mind is always telling you to do. You steal time to perform those activities, even if you don't need to tell somebody, but you always do it for your own happiness. Even you are so excited to do them that you will do them at any cost. You will, maybe you are willing to pay for it. You are willing to, go any extent to do them. Those are definitely your very strong interest areas. So you need to understand them. You cannot ignore them. You should actually continuously keep on building on them. So the first step towards, when I talk about building self-awareness is that understand your interest areas. The second thing that I want to talk about at this point in time is that you also need to understand your aptitudes. That's very, very important. Now, what is an aptitude? Generally, when we talk to people use this word also very, very loosely. So, Abhishek, what's your understanding of an aptitude?
So, to be crude on this, when we used to do it, we used to call aptitude as a test. So there were analytical questions and numerical reasoning questions, and the compilation we used to call that aptitude test. But later we got to know that aptitude is actually symbolic of the personality. I have distorted thought process about it, and I'm sure it will waste a lot of time. We should rather ask you to please throw light on this.
All right, yeah. So aptitude in a very, very simple and layman language will be your inherent ability, your innate ability or a flair towards certain skill sets. So for example, some people may have a natural ability towards numbers, and they are always very keen to work on numbers. They are always thinking in terms of numbers, and hence their numerical ability is very, very strong. Some people are very strong in their communication skills. They are very expressive, and they are continuously looking to express and build on their communication skills naturally, without anybody telling them, without anybody pushing them. And they have this constant natural flair towards developing that skill set. And likewise, some people may have a very natural, very beautiful, I would say, talent and flair towards sketching, painting, drawing, and things like that. That's again a very beautiful aptitude that we measure and assess, which is known as spatial aptitude. And likewise, there are various aptitudes that we understand of a child. And the aptitude is very, very critical for one to understand, because many a times children get really fascinated by their interest areas, but at the same time, if they don't understand whether their aptitude is supporting their interest area, and if it is supporting, then definitely they can excel in that interest area. But if it is not supporting, then what kind of work needs to go in? And if that kind of work is going in and still if they're not excelling, is it worthwhile investing that kind of time? And is it worthwhile picking this up as a career choice? That's a question that they need to answer for themselves. For example, many a times I'll tell you my example. When I was young, I thought I am really good at singing. I had a lot of fascination for music. I always enjoyed singing. और मेरे को लगता था कि मैं बहुत अच्छा गाता हूँ. लेकिन जब मैंने गाने के लिए मुंह खोला, जब मैं क्लास 5th 6th 7th में था, जब मैंने गाने के लिए मुंह खोला, मैंने देखा मेरे आसपास सारे लोग गायब हो जाते थे. मुझे लगा कि शायद इनको म्यूजिक की अंडरस्टैंडिंग नहीं है, इनको नहीं पता है मैं कितना टैलेंटेड हूँ, इनको रहने दो, आई विल गो टू माय टीचर्स. तो मैं स्कूल में टीचर्स के पास गया और मैंने कहा मैं गाना गाना चाहता हूँ, मैं बहुत अच्छा गाना गा लेता हूँ. तो टीचर ने कहा चलिए बेटा सुनाइए आप. तो जैसे ही मैंने सुनाया, टीचर ने कहा बेटा आप और कुछ भी करना चाहें तो आप कर लीजिए, लेकिन इसको थोड़ा आप रहने दीजिए, ब्रेक दीजिए, म्यूजिक को थोड़ा, सिंगिंग को ब्रेक दे दीजिए. मैंने उनकी बात नहीं मानी. मैंने शहर के बहुत अच्छे जो है जाने माने म्यूजिक टीचर हैं, उनके पास जाके जो है क्लासेस ली. और उन्होंने जब शुरू किया तो 3-4-5 दिन के बाद उन्होंने भी कहा कि बेटा ऐसा है कि इतने सालों में जो कुछ मैंने सीखा है वो भी मैं भूल जाऊंगा अगर मैं आपको कंटिन्यू रखा पढ़ाने के लिए, तो इसलिए प्लीज आप जाएं और कुछ भी कर लें. तो कहने का मतलब ये है कि मेरा इंटरेस्ट एरिया बहुत स्ट्रांग था सिंगिंग के लिए, लेकिन मेरा एप्टीट्यूड बिल्कुल भी सपोर्ट नहीं कर रहा था उस इंटरेस्ट एरिया को. तो ऑब्वियसली आई न्यू दैट आई हैड टू स्टॉप इट देयर एंड देन. इट कुड बी माय हॉबी, आई कुड बी सिंगिंग समवेयर एट माय होम और मे बी एट द मोस्ट इन पार्टीज, बट आई कांट टेक दिस अप एज अ करियर चॉइस. Yeah, have I made myself clear?
Yes, sir. Certainly, no doubt about it. Yes.
Great. Now let's talk about the personality, the mindset part of an individual. So personality से आप क्या समझते हैं? क्योंकि personality भी बहुत ही loosely used word है और इसके भी बहुत सारे connotations और interpretations लोग use करते रहते हैं. पाल ने कहा aptitude is still not clear. चलिए ठीक है, तो मैं aptitude पे थोड़ा सा समय और लगा देता हूँ बेटा. तो ये लास्ट संडे में भी आई थिंक ये बच्चा था हमारे सेशन में. आई रिमेंबर द नेम वेरी क्लियरली. तो एप्टीट्यूड इज बेसिकली नथिंग एल्स बेटा. इट्स योर नेचुरल इनेट एबिलिटी, इनहेरेंट एबिलिटी टुवर्ड्स अ सर्टेन स्किल सेट. कुछ ना कुछ अच्छा करने के लिए आपके अंदर कुछ एक नेचुरल एबिलिटी होती है. फॉर एग्जांपल कुछ बच्चों में कम्युनिकेशन के लिए हो सकती है, कुछ बच्चों के अंदर जो है वो एनालिटिकल एबिलिटी होती है कि वो एनालाइज बहुत अच्छा कर लेते हैं, लॉजिकली बहुत जबरदस्त काम करते हैं, तो लॉजिकल रीजनिंग बहुत स्ट्रांग होता है. कुछ लोगों का नंबर्स की तरफ बहुत स्ट्रांग होता है, तो न्यूमेरिकल एबिलिटी होता है. कुछ बच्चों का जो है वो विजुअलाइजेशन बहुत अच्छा कर सकते हैं, 2D to 3D, they really paint, sketch and draw very well. That's spatial aptitude. So likewise बेटा बहुत सारे एप्टीट्यूड्स होते हैं. मैं आपको एनकरेज करूंगा कि आप एक बहुत ही स्ट्रॉन्ग और सॉलिड एप्टीट्यूड असेसमेंट अपना जरूर दीजिए. अपने खुद के लिए क्लियर करिए कि आपका किस तरह का एप्टीट्यूड है और आप जो करियर चॉइस ले रहे हैं क्या वो एप्टीट्यूड जो आपका है वो सपोर्ट कर रहा है उस करियर चॉइस को या नहीं. तो वो एक बहुत क्लियर कट इंडिकेशन है जो बताएगा कि आप इस करियर में कितना सक्सेसफुल हो पाएंगे, नहीं हो पाएंगे. अपने एप्टीट्यूड जानने के लिए आप हमारे पास बहुत सारे साइकोमेट्रिक असेसमेंट्स अवेलेबल है. आप हमारे साथ साइकोमेट्रिक असेसमेंट्स कर सकते हैं. ये एप्टीट्यूड जानने के लिए, इंटरेस्ट जानने के लिए, पर्सनालिटी जानने के लिए साइकोमेट्रिक असेसमेंट्स होते हैं जो बहुत सारे अवेलेबल हैं. आपको फ्री भी मिल जाएंगे ऑनलाइन, या आप बहुत अच्छे करियर काउंसलिंग कंपनी के साथ जाके करा सकते हैं, या आप हमारे पास आके भी ये आप करा सकते हैं अपने लिए. So you can find out your interest area, your aptitude and your personality also. So let me talk about personality for a while. So Abhishek, what do you understand from the word personality? What does it denote about a person? What does it display?
So if I pick up the preset notions, and especially the majority of India, the moment we see somebody who's fair, somebody who walks straight and stiff, and somebody who has got a lean, strong body and good clothes, we call this person as iske paas achhi personality hai. But I might have other opinion about it, but majority of India is carrying this one. So please say something about this.
Oh, so you are attaching personality with the physical appearance of
yes, my nation does that, sir, and that's heartbreaking, sir.
My nation does that is a very big statement, but okay, I'm not too sure if nation does that or not. But yes, many people are associated.
Many people.
So your personality is nothing else but your interaction with the outside world, your outlook with the outside world, your belief system, your experiences with the outside world. How do you want to interact with the entire environment around you? That describes your personality when I talk of from the psychological point of view, from the psychometric assessments point of view. So there we understand that as a person, how do you look at the outside world? What is your belief system? How do you want to interact with the outside world? And that's something which is very, very important. And that, kind of shapes up your behaviors, your actions with the others, and, with the entire world. So this is, I think, most misunderstood word, I would say, Abhishek, in that case. And again, this is something that you can understand about yourself scientifically with the help of psychometric assessments. There are a lot of psychometric personality tests available, online, on internet, or with very many career counselors. And you can also come to us and get it done through us. We have a very, very robust and a world-class psychometric assessment done on, I would say, more than 20,000 students across the country. So I think that is something which is very, very important. So please, before you decide your career, it's very, very important that you build enough of self-awareness. And when I talk of self-awareness, I'm referring to your interest areas, I'm referring to your aptitudes, I'm referring to your mindset, your personality. Understand exactly what excites you, what gives you happiness, what are the things where you perform your best, what are the things where you believe that you enjoy yourself, you feel that you are, at your happiest self. And that is something which is very, very important for us. Abhishek, are you there?
Yes, sir. I was listening to you.
Yeah, thank you.
Right. Though I really want to know about the psychometric tests that your organization Students Destination does, but I'm sure we all have access to the website, and we can go to the website and find out every single thing that the psychometric test covers. So instead of that, I will go to the next question. Is that okay, sir?
Yeah, sure.
My next question is interesting, and from the comments and the question area, I have got a few comments which are related to my next question. The question is how to deal with parents who do not resonate with the results of your self discovery, self exploration. And I'll say the name of applicants who have talked about this. Avni Jain, who
Yes, sir.
says that I like writing, but parents say no, they talk about science all the time. And we have Mansi, who says that I get a lot of demotivation from my parents and my friends. So these two people have actually pushed this question to you. Please.
Great. So, one thing it's very, very important that many children, when they are not really clear about what is my interest area, then my one simple advice to them is that when you are in 10th, 11th, 12th grade, it's very, very important that you, start exploring a lot of things. I always encourage children that, don't hesitate in trying new things. And that should be your, I would say, mantra of the day, that every single day when you get up, be excited to try something new, be excited to do something new. It can be anything. One day you can go and try karate, next day you may try badminton, next day you may try I would say salsa, next day you may try and perform coding, next day you may try and play another game. So every day please ensure that you are exploring, because that exploration will really help you to discover yourself. So exploration is the biggest thing that I always encourage all the children to do. And please do it for your own self. Don't do it because you want to participate in some championships and then you cannot face the failures and so on and so forth. Lots of other challenges that children put in their minds, and that blocks them from participating and exploring various things. Just do them for your own happiness, to understand whether you really enjoy those things or you are not meant to be doing those things. That is something which is very, very important. Now, let me answer the question of Abhishek. Abhishek said that there are some children who believe that they have a certain career choice, but their parents are not approving of that career choice. So yes, we get to see these cases on a daily basis. Every time when I'm doing career counseling, I think most of the times I'm doing more counseling of the parents than of the children. So the reason for that is fundamentally, बेटा, all the children who are asking me these questions, the fundamental reason for that is कि शायद कहीं ना कहीं आपके पेरेंट्स को उन करियर्स के बारे में अवेयरनेस नहीं है. शायद उनको लगता है कि जो करियर चॉइस आपने लिया है वो करियर चॉइस बहुत अच्छा करियर चॉइस नहीं है, उसमें स्टेबिलिटी नहीं है, सिक्योरिटी नहीं है, या बहुत सारा पैसा नहीं है, क्योंकि उनके पास इतनी इंफॉर्मेशन नहीं है. इसलिए शायद वो आपको उस करियर चॉइस के साथ जाने के लिए मना कर रहे हैं. एक ये भी कारण हो सकता है. तो इस कारण को दूर करने के लिए आप करियर काउंसलर से मिलवाइए, आप ऑनलाइन इंटरनेट पे बहुत सारा डेटा दिखाइए उन करियर्स के बारे में, और आप श्योर कि जब डेटा उनके सामने आएगा तो उनको क्लैरिटी आएगी और वो आपको इनकरेज करेंगे सही करियर में जाने के लिए. दूसरा कारण ये हो सकता है कि उनको लगता है कि जिस करियर चॉइस में आप जाने की बात कर रहे हैं आप उतने अच्छे नहीं हैं उसमें, आप सिर्फ उसको लेकर अच्छा फील करते हैं, लेकिन शायद आपके पास उतना कॉम्पिटेंस और स्किल सेट्स नहीं है कि आप उस करियर में बहुत अच्छा कर पाएं. तो ये दो कारण हो सकते हैं. आप इन दोनों कारण को बैठ के समझिए अपने पेरेंट्स के साथ और फिर बात करिए. उसके बावजूद बहुत सारे पेरेंट्स होते हैं जिनको लगता है कि नहीं, जो वो सोच रहे हैं वही करियर चॉइस बेस्ट है, बच्चे को क्या पता है, बच्चे को कुछ नहीं मालूम है. तो ऐसा अगर वो पेरेंट्स सोच रहे हैं तो वो बहुत ही गलत सोच है. उनको अपने बच्चे के साथ बैठ के समझना चाहिए कि पेरेंट्स जो है वो बहुत खुले तरीके से बच्चों के साथ डिस्कशन करें, समझे कि बच्चा जो कह रहा है वो क्यों कह रहा है, कहाँ से आ रहा है, उसके पास क्या क्या डेटा पॉइंट्स है वो कहने के लिए, क्या उसने पास्ट में कुछ कॉम्पिटिशन्स जीते हैं, क्या वो बहुत अच्छा करता है. जब वो कहता है कि मैं राइटिंग करता हूँ तो उसकी राइटिंग आप देखिए, वो जो भी पोम्स लिख रहा है या कुछ स्टोरीज लिख रहा है तो वहां पर भी जो है आप उसको समझिए. तो ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है कि आप सारी चीजें प्लीज इंश्योर करें कि आप उसको देख पाएं. Vishnu is asking me, sir, please keep the most of it in English. Beta, there are children from all over the country, so I have to keep a mix of Hindi and English. So that is something which is very, very important. So Nandita, free psychometric assessment बहुत सारे online हैं. Please go and search for them. You'll get them enough. Just search for free psychometric assessment. You can get connected to me through the website. You can Google us up. There are numbers available. Please do that. Yes, Abhishek. Next question. Have I answered the questions, Abhishek?
You have not just answered the question, but you have actually demolished the ego of the applicants, the kids. Why? Because we generally think that parents are devils and they have bad intentions. But you have beautifully answered that they do not have bad intentions, they lack knowledge. And it is our responsibility to educate them. And if we cannot educate them, we should take them to the expert who can tell them everything and counsel them first.
Very good.
And on the other hand, I'm thankful that you have told all of us that before we call something as our passion or whatever, we must see that are we attracted towards it, or do we actually like it? So we are glad that we have got a holistic answer of this question.
Thank you, Abhishek. Thank you so much.
So we have some specific course specific questions coming in, and we have them in the comment section also, and some pre-sent questions also. Should we start with them? If you allow.
अभी देखिए, अभी फिर वही गलती हो गई. खुशबू सानी एक बच्चा है, I think उसने मुझसे क्वेश्चन पूछा है कि I'm in 11th class and my interest in accountancy. Now interest in accountancy कैसे हो सकता है? मैंने कहा था कि subject interest नहीं होता है आपका. सब्जेक्ट आपको अच्छा लग रहा है, लेकिन उस सब्जेक्ट में कुछ चीजें हैं जो आपको अच्छी लग रही है. तो मे बी नंबर्स एक्साइट यू और वर्किंग ऑन मनी एक्साइट्स यू. सो यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट व्हाट रियली एक्साइट यू अबाउट अकाउंट्स. That's very, very important. And if accounts is your forte, then you can do, you can become a chartered accountant, you can become a cost accountant, you can become a financial accountant. You can do lots and lots of interesting things in accounts. But please make sure that you are very clear with what exactly excites you about accounts. It cannot be just that accounts as a subject. That's very important. Yeah, next, Vita. Next question.
Right, I will pick up as I have received, as the poster says, first come, first serve. So I'll start with Bharat, who sent the first question, and he said, I want to become an astronaut, though I want to reply to him that in the first session we covered being an astronaut, but if you would like to throw some light on this, please.
Sorry, could you repeat that? Astronaut?
Right. Bharat wants to become an astronaut. He is in school right now, but he has no idea what to do after 12th standard.
What class? What class is he in right now?
He is in 11th standard right now.
11th standard, all right. So ये जो स्पेस है, ये भी बहुत बच्चों को अट्रैक्ट करता है, लेकिन मैंने ये देखा है कि ये एक फैड भी है. बहुत सारे बच्चों के लिए ये एक fad hota hai ki for a short while they get attracted to it, but the moment they come to know that it's a very long drawn career, you need to spend a lot of time before you really become a good astronaut, and when I say a lot of time, it can take at least 10 years sometimes. So he's in 10th standard, not in 11th. Okay, all right. So it is very, very important that you first realize that whether this is really your career choice, and if it is your career choice, why is it your career choice? Have you got enough of reasoning that this is exactly what you want to do in your life? And if yes, this is exactly your choice, then definitely after your 12th you can go for the examinations of DRDOs and ISROs, and you can join there, and then after maybe about 5 to 7 years you can apply to NASA, and you can be working with the world's best space organizations. That's very, very important. Yeah. Somebody's asking, your first session was missed by me. Can I see it again? Of course, you can see it again. Please go to Full Marks channel, YouTube channel, and you can see the entire session over there. All the children who have missed the first session, please go and see the entire first session on Full Marks YouTube channel. It's available free of cost to all of you. Yeah, next question, Abhishek.
Right, sir. Next question is interesting, and I'm very sure looking at the investments the world is doing, this will interest a lot of people. Ayush is asking, I want to become an investment banker and a specialist in investment. What should I do? He has not mentioned his standard, but I'm sure he is in 11th or 12th standard.
Okay, all right. So if you are in 11th or 12th, then I'm sure you should have picked up commerce as a stream. And after your 12th, you can do your undergrad in finance and accounting. And after that, you can do your postgrad in investment banking or investment analysis or financial, I would say, analysis. And you can become a full-time investment banker. It's a very good career choice. A lot of people do that. There are specific programs in investment banking and financials and accounting in the undergrad and postgrad levels for all the students in this country. Yes, please. Next question.
Right, sir. In my list, I have another question, but I just got to see an interesting question that came up via email. The person says, I want to become a career counselor like you. What should I do?
Okay, so if you want to be a career counselor, I don't know what class you are in right now. If you are in class 11th and 12th, please pick up psychology as one of the subjects. First, ask yourself, why do you want to be a counselor or a career counselor? If you really enjoy helping people, if you really enjoy reaching out to a lot of people, if you really enjoy understanding human behavior, human sciences, human minds, then definitely it's a great career choice. Please pick up psychology in 11th and 12th, and you can do your undergrad in psychology, and then you can do your post-graduation in the specializations like career counseling and so on and so forth. And then you can become absolutely fantastic career counselor and a lot better career counselor than I am. So wish you all the best. Thank you so very much.
Superb. The next question in the series is coming from somebody whose name has not been disclosed. The person has written anonymous. I request everybody that we must have enough courage to speak our name, because that will give us courage to take decisions in future, but we are taking the question. The person says, I want to become a doctor, but my father does not have money. How can I become one?
Okay, all right. So if you want to be a doctor, then yes, if you are a very, very hard-working student, and if you can, on the basis of merit, can secure great rank, then definitely you can go to some great medical colleges. And if they are government medical colleges, then the expenses are very less. And let me tell you that there are enough scholarships and loans available for all the medical students, especially if they are securing top ranks and they are part of top government colleges. Okay, so if you are securing good rank, then definitely you don't need a lot of money. Your colleges will help you in securing scholarships. At the same time, they can help you with grants, and at the same time, they can help you with the loans. So don't worry about it. There's no need for you to be bothered and changing your career choice. Not at all. You can definitely become a great doctor if that's what you decide to do. Hospital administration is again a great career choice. There are enough of programs available in India and abroad at an undergrad level and postgrad level for sure. There are lots of masters available in hospital administration. Nowadays, even there are undergrad programs in hospital administration. So please look for those programs online. You will find enough of colleges providing them. Next question, please.
The next question is coming from somebody who has posted his question, I think, 15 times on the chat box, and I have answered him 15 times that we will certainly be taking your question. So it is coming from Yash Shandilya, and Yash is in 10th standard, and he says, I want to go for marketing and management. What should I do in my life?
So pick up 11th and 12th, pick up commerce as a stream. You should pick up entrepreneurship as one of the subjects out there. Very, very important. And along with it, pick up the accounts and eco and maths. I think I would recommend those subjects. So entrepreneurship is a beautiful subject now being introduced by CBSE in 11th and 12th. You can actually start your understanding on entrepreneurship in 11th and 12th itself, and by the time you are done with 12th, you can actually get into bachelor's of business administration, and you can do all the entrepreneurship and business management programs at undergrad and postgrad level, and then you can become a successful entrepreneur, a businessman and marketing and management professional. So don't worry about that. Next question, please.
Next is coming from Priyam, and Priyam wants to know, I want to clear UPSC. What should I do in order to do that?
Sorry, Priyam says, I want to do UPSC.
Yes, UPSC, and I apologize for the sound at the back because we have Ganesh Chaturthi Visarjan going on, and it is passing by, and it's loud. It's really loud.
No problems at all. Thank you. So great that you have decided to be a civil services officer. But again, like I said last Sunday, it's very, very important that you first align your interest areas, your aptitudes, your personality all together. And please ensure that you understand yourself very, very well, that you are equipped to be a great civil services officer. Also, at the same time, gather enough of knowledge about civil services career options. Understand among the various options available. Would you want to be an administrative services officer? Would you want to be a police services officer? Forest services, foreign services, engineering services, railway services, lots and lots of services out there. Pick up what is your best interest area and then start working in that direction. There is no restriction in terms of picking up any subject in 11th and 12th. There is no restriction in terms of picking up any subjects in your graduation. You can only give the examinations for that once you are a graduate from a valid university, recognized university. So you should have a valid degree. And after that, there are 3 stages of examinations to go through. One is preliminary, and then mains, and then there's a personal interview. So that's the whole process. You can only do it once you are a graduate. Have I answered the question, Abhishek?
You certainly answered the question, but 60% sound is coming from outside.
That's okay, no problem.
I hope I'm audible. That's more important as far as questions.
Yeah, you are. Don't worry.
Right. Yash has asked a very interesting question that I am personally liking the question, though it does not come in the series sequence. But I want to ask this, and it relates with Avni Jain's question also. Yash says, how can I become a freelance content writer?
Okay, so to become a freelance content writer, you don't need to do anything. You just need to be great at your skill set. And when I say great at your skill set, please go through various online courses which will tell you how to become a good content writer. So it will tell you how to build knowledge on creative writing skills, how to build knowledge on great grammar. These courses will also help you in building great sentences. And once you have gone through these various online programs, then you are absolutely equipped to become a freelance content writer. There are enough positions available online. There are various portals, internshalas, etc., Indeed, and Glassdoor, etc., where you can go and you can start looking for various positions available, start applying there, and you can become a freelancer, content writer. Have I answered the question?
Yes, sir. What I personally understood is, before you professionally pursue it, you must have great interest in writing. You should be able to write in the process-driven or contextual-driven sense, and that will have a lot of takers in that sense.
Exactly. Absolutely.
Next question comes from Vikas Gupta. He says, I'm really interested in becoming an IAS officer, and he specifically mentions that I do not want to become an IAS officer for the powers that they give. I want to make a good change in my country. What should I do?
I just responded to that same question, UPSC. So I just responded to that question a while ago. So it's exactly the same answer. So all the civil services questions are answered by me, Abhishek, just a while ago.
Right, sir. Anonymous has asked another interesting question, but obviously we would need to take it. He says, or she says, that she wants to become an income tax officer. And besides clearing the exams and everything, what specific potential does income tax officer must have to become a good one?
I didn't understand. Okay, so the question is that I know what to do to become an income tax officer.
Not know what to do to become an income tax officer. So first, I want to know what to do to become one. Second, as far as the personality traits are concerned, what is required to become a good income tax officer besides the skills and expertise?
Okay, so skill and expertise is very simple. So again, income tax is nothing else but again it's a UPSC. So you can go through SSCs and UPSC same I would say examinations. It's a similar process. Everything remains the same, and you need to be again a very honest with great integrity, with I would say a lot of knack of finding out the right things. You need to be constantly on your toes. You need to be really looking at doing a lot of interesting things, and it doesn't require anything apart from being a very very honest and I would say great services officer, because again this is something where you are helping the government of India in ensuring that whosoever is supposed to be paying taxes are paying their taxes, they are duly filing their taxes, and they are ensuring that all the taxes are coming to the department. That's something which is very very important, and that's the primary responsibility of an income tax officer. Yes, please go ahead.
It's an anonymous asks, I want to become a developer. I'm confused between game developer, app developer, and website developer.
Okay, so they are not very very different from each other. So if you really have an interest in becoming a website developer or an app developer or a game developer, fundamentally you need to be doing the coding. Fundamentally you need to be knowing the languages, and you need to be doing the same program. So all you need to do is that you can start your undergrad in computer applications, and you can actually start doing a lot of development work there only. What class this child is in?
The person has not mentioned that in the question, sir.
Okay, so अगर क्लास 11th या 12th में है बच्चा तो आईपी ले सकता है, वहां पर पाइथन है लैंग्वेज, और वहां पर भी वो इमीडिएटली कोडिंग और डेवलपमेंट का काम शुरू कर सकता है। एक बच्चा कह रहा है कि मेरे पेरेंट्स तो बहुत एजुकेटेड हैं, काफी अवेयर हैं, लेकिन उनकी एक्सपेक्टेशंस और मेरी चॉइसेस डिफरेंट है। ऐसे में हमेशा बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है कि आप लोग बैठ के ओपन डिस्कशंस करें और आप लोग समझें कि एग्जैक्टली आप दोनों यही चाहते हैं कि आप लाइफ में अच्छा करें, आपका जो है वो फ्यूचर सिक्योर हो, ब्राइट हो, शाइनिंग हो। सिर्फ अप्रोच डिफरेंट है। तो आप दोनों बैठ के अगर डिस्कस करेंगे कि आप क्या करना चाहते हैं, क्यों करना चाहते हैं, क्या कारण है, उसका फ्यूचर क्या है, आगे कैसे कैसे क्या क्या नेक्स्ट स्टेप्स होने वाले हैं, और वही अगर आप पेरेंट्स के साथ बैठ के बात करेंगे और फिर उसके बाद कुछ एक्सपर्ट्स के साथ बात करेंगे, तो आई एम श्योर बहुत ही एक अच्छा फैसिलिटेटेड और डेलिब्रेटेड जो है वो डिस्कशन चलेगा, और उसके बाद एक अच्छे डिसीजन तक आप पहुंच पाएंगे। So please do that. That's absolutely advisable. Yes, go ahead, Abhishek.
Right, sir. The next question is coming from, I do not have the name, but the person says that besides the hot selling engineering and medical courses that we are suggested by parents and the world to pursue, the person is slightly interested in data science and data analytics. The person wants to know if it can give me money in the future, if it is actually for me, how to find out, and if it is a good course.
Okay, so first thing, let me help you understand whether this is for you or not. Again, go through some great psychometric assessments, some robust psychometric assessments, understanding all the things about you, your interest areas, your aptitude, your personality, your mindset, everything. And then the second part of the question, yes, there are great, I would say, options available. There are absolutely phenomenal careers, in data sciences and data analysis. In today's times, data is the, essence, and it is the power, and everybody is working on data only, any and every industry, any and every business. So yes, absolutely, go for it. There is no doubt about it.
And I'm sure, sir, I've seen that if somebody is good at data science and he's a data analyst, it is helpful in going for companies like Amazon and the other e-commerce companies, is it? If somebody
everywhere, Abhishek, every company, every business requires it, every business needs it.
Right, sir. Sir, our next question is from Rishabh Thakur, who is a little upset about a few things. And he says that forget about career. My parents are skeptical. My parents are too attracted towards a government job. How to make them understand that private jobs also give the same opportunities and government jobs are not the same as we had 20 years back?
I agree to that child. If you can unmute that child and that child wants to talk to me, I can actually deliberate on this question. But very rightly said that even in today's times and going forward, the government jobs will demand the same amount of performance, and there would be enough of actions with the people who are not performing. So they are not as stable and secure as people used to think otherwise earlier. And every job in government is also going to be performance oriented. There can be actions against the non-performing people. People can be thrown out of the government jobs also. So please understand that each and every job is important, providing the child really belongs to that career. That's something which is very, very important. So this is regardless of government job or private job. And parents should not put any kind of pressure on a child whether they should really go for government jobs only. I don't find it right, so I don't subscribe to that.
Right, sir. But how can a child? Yes, the best option is to take parents to an expert, as simple as that. But if they, what can a child tell to the parents that what you're thinking about government job 1, 2, 3, 4, it does not exist anymore? Can you give some takeaways on what should the child say to the parent?
No, so see, I don't know whether the choices given by the parents, they exist today or not. That I can't say right now. Yes, there are possibilities that many careers which existed 10 years back, 20 years back, they don't exist today in government. Definitely. Also, the number of government jobs are reducing. A lot of government departments are getting privatized. So I'm not too sure if this is the right outlook to have at this point in time, or at any point in time, really. It's all about the potential and the caliber, because earlier, a lot of parents also had this perspective that in government jobs, you don't get a lot of money. In private jobs, you get a lot of money, to look for private jobs. Now, today, even government jobs are, very well paying. But again, there is no guarantee that once you have got secured a government job, it is going to stay with you for the rest of your life. No, that's also changing. So that is something that I want to, highlight over here, that it's not the case that once you have got it, it's going to be staying with you forever. No, you got to be a hardworking individual. You got to be performing at your best, and if you are performing really well, then it doesn't matter whether you are in a government job or a private job, because there you'll be always doing well.
I'm sure Rishabh will have a great discussion with his parents, and his parents will now consider Rishabh as a very matured, not a boy but a man now.
Okay, so Divya is asking one question, and she's asking, I think,
yes sir, very interesting question. Art and craft.
हाँ जी, आर्ट एंड क्राफ्ट में आप बहुत सारे करियर्स बना सकते हैं बेटा जी, बहुत सारे। तो आर्ट में अलग बहुत सारे करियर्स हैं, क्राफ्ट में अलग बहुत सारे करियर्स हैं। आर्ट में अगेन आप फाइन आर्ट्स में जा सकते हैं, आप कमर्शियल आर्ट में जा सकते हैं। अगर आप फाइन आर्ट्स में जाते हैं तो आप एक आर्टिस्ट बन सकते हैं। उसके अलावा आप जो है क्यूरेटर बन सकते हैं, आप एग्जीबिशंस में काम कर सकते हैं, आप खुद की पेंटिंग्स बना के आप ऑनलाइन बेच सकते हैं। अगर आप कमर्शियल आर्ट में जाना चाहते हैं तो आप एडवर्टाइजिंग में जा सकते हैं। आप बहुत सारा ऑनलाइन जितना भी काम होता है ग्राफिक डिजाइनिंग का, या उसके अलावा जितना भी विजुअल आर्ट्स का काम होता है आज की तारीख में, वो ऑनलाइन भी होता है, उसमें भी आप जा सकते हैं। क्राफ्ट्स में अगेन बहुत सारे तरह के प्रोग्राम्स हैं, चाहे आप सिरेमिक्स में जाएं, चाहे आप पॉटरी में जाएं, चाहे आप ग्लास में जाएं, चाहे आप स्कल्पचर में जाएं, चाहे आप मेटल ऑब्जेक्ट्स में जाएं, मतलब 1000 तरह के करियर्स हैं क्राफ्ट्स में, एंड दे आर fantastic career choices. In today's times, the best thing is that you can actually do them at home and you can sell them through home. अभिषेक, मैं एक सक्सेस स्टोरी आपके साथ शेयर करना चाहूंगा.
प्लीज सर, प्लीज.
और आपके साथ शेयर करने का मतलब है अपने सारे स्टूडेंट्स और पेरेंट्स के साथ शेयर करना चाहूंगा कि हम लोग 4 साल पहले हम लोगों ने झारखंड में जाके नेक्सलाइट एरियाज में उन बच्चों के साथ करियर काउंसलिंग किया था जिन बच्चों को स्कूल जाने का मतलब ही नहीं पता है, जो साल में मुश्किल से 15 या 20 बार जाते हैं स्कूल, और वो भी इसलिए जाते हैं क्योंकि उनको हर महीने कुछ पैसा मिलता है गवर्नमेंट स्कूल से, उनको मिड डे मील मिलता है स्कूल से, उनको बैग, यूनिफॉर्म, सब कुछ स्कूल से मिलता है. एंड दे कम फ्रॉम द फैमिलीज वेयर पेरेंट्स आर ओनली अर्निंग मनी बाय either using the gun or by doing all sorts of activities like these. Now in that I remember a period when we were doing the career counseling in all those schools. We actually counseled one of the girls and we told her that you are very good at art and craft, why don't you do something in this? And what she did, actually, when we went back after 3 years, we realized that she actually started making beautiful items out of the small bamboos and wood that she used to work with, and she started selling them to the smaller areas around her place. And she got very good response. One of the buyers of hers, in fact, took those things to Ranchi, which was the biggest city out there, and they were selling very well in Ranchi. Then one of the buyers in Ranchi actually suggested this girl that why don't you start selling it on Amazon? And this girl in a very remote village where there are only 20-30 houses, now from that kind of area, she has got a bank account for the first time ever in their family anybody could have thought of, and she's actually making money, maybe 40, 50, 60,000 rupees. And more than that, she's doing something which she's meant to be doing. And she's really creating beautiful pieces out of craft. So, Divya, this story will help you to open your, I would say, horizon and go for it. If you really believe that you are great at art and craft, you are really excelling in it, then look for the areas where you want to specialize yourself, pick up a lot of programs and courses, skill yourself for next 2-3 years, and then go for it. Because today's time, you can open your own website, you can sell it on Amazon, and you can sell it on Hazar e-commerce websites. There is no problem at all whatsoever. Wish you all the best, Divya Vita.
So can we slightly conclude, sir, that physical paintings and sketches and art and craft is shifting a little towards, first of all, from the online side, and the selling is less physical and more online in that.
Yeah. So I said that, na? So दोनों चीजें आप online कर सकते हो, बिल्कुल.
Right.
आप बनाने का काम भी online कर सकते हो और बेचने का काम भी online कर सकते हो.
So this will save a lot of time as far as movements and exhibitions, physical exhibitions are concerned. On Divya's question, because that's an interesting question and not a lot of people ask such a question. As you mentioned and pushing it, should she make a channel or something wherein she can at least start posting and spreading the current work she's doing, even if it is not sellable?
Yes, you can do it on Instagram. I know of so very many kids who have created their Instagram channels and they are selling through Instagram. They're doing it really well. They have got millions of followers. I know it can be a great start, definitely.
Right, sir. The next question is coming from the borders. Yug says, I am very, very interested in Indian Army, and Yug has posted his question maybe 20 times in the comment box. And Megha Chaturvedi says she wants to go for Air Force. So if you can suggest.
So I have answered this question, I think last Sunday.
Right, sir.
That आप 12th के बाद अपना NDA का एग्जाम का अटेम्प्ट आप दे सकते हैं. आपके पास लिमिटेड नंबर ऑफ अटेम्प्ट्स है, वहाँ एज लिमिट भी होता है. तो प्लीज एंश्योर, अगर आपके पास PCM है तो आपके पास तीनों आर्म्ड फोर्सेस जो हैं वो खुले हुए हैं, एयरफोर्स, नेवी और आर्मी. और अगर आपके पास पीसीबी है तो भी आपके पास काफ़ी ऑप्शंस है, ह्यूमैनिटीज़ है तो भी, आर्मी तो डेफिनेटली अवेलेबल है। तो इस तरह से आपके पास एनडीए के द्वारा जो है एक बहुत बड़ा यूनिवर्स खुल जाता है आर्म फोर्सेस का। एनडीए की तैयारी करनी चाहिए ज़बरदस्त, मेरे को लगता है मिनिमम 6 मंथ्स और से 12 महीने की अच्छी तैयारी करना चाहिए। उसका एंट्रेंस एग्जाम होता है, उसके बाद मेडिकल और फिजिकल फिटनेस होता है। ये दोनों चीज़ें जो हैं वो अगर आप तैयारी करेंगे अच्छे से और लंबे समय तक करेंगे तो डेफिनेटली आप जो है वो ये क्रैक कर पाएंगे और फिर आप जो है वो आईएमए का हिस्सा बन पाएंगे। और उसके बाद आप जो भी जॉब करना चाहते हैं आर्म फोर्सेस में, जो भी डिपार्टमेंट में, जिस भी फोर्स में जाना चाहते हैं आप जा सकते हैं।
So, sir, if I took, say, commerce in for my 11th and 12th, and I'm pursuing either 11th or 12th right now, I cannot go back and choose PCM or PCB. But I realized that I really want to serve the nation through the armed forces. Is there any department in the defense services where I can go after commerce?
Of course, commerce and humanities also open forces for you, but एयर फोर्स जो है वो बंद हो जाता है, नेवी के कुछ ऑप्शंस बंद हो जाते हैं, लेकिन कुछ ऑप्शंस खुले रहते हैं और आर्मी के तो बहुत सारे ऑप्शंस खुले रहते हैं, तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। यू कैन स्टिल गो फॉर एनडीए, दैट्स नॉट अ प्रॉब्लम।
So it's not a complete closure for me if I'm from commerce.
Not at all, not at all.
Right. Sir, Aparna is interested or she likes mathematics and physics. So the question is two ways. First, can she use mathematics and physics for something which is bigger and it's a typical course? And the other part is teaching. What should she do with the love for mathematics and physics?
See, mathematics से आप मैथमेटिशियंस बन सकते हैं, आप स्टैटिस्टिशियन बन सकते हैं, आप रिसर्च कर सकते हैं, स्कॉलर बन सकते हैं, आप बहुत सारे पब्लिक डिपार्टमेंट्स को ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं, आप एनालिस्ट बन सकते हैं, आप एक्चुएरियन बन सकते हैं, आप बहुत सारे करियर चॉइसेस हैं। आई एम श्योर इफ आई विल पुट माय more mind to it, I can remember of many more career choices. तो definitely teaching ही सिर्फ एक ऑप्शन नहीं है, बहुत सारे ऑप्शंस हैं आपके पास। आप प्लीज किसी अच्छे करियर काउंसलर के पास जाइए and he or she will help you with a lot of career options. We have more than 800 career options that we look at, and I can think of at least 10 to 12 career options from mathematics itself, and likewise same is the case with physics. So teaching is not the only option.
Right, so we have a question from Palak Khandelwal that you answered, and you answered in deep. The last time she says that she wants to pursue CA, and after that she wants to pursue an MBA. Would you like to take this question with a short answer, or
ये सवाल मैंने पिछली बार बिल्कुल पूरी डिटेल्स में दिया था। मुझे मालूम है ये बच्चा वही है या अलग है, तो बिल्कुल आप कर सकती हैं, जरूर कर सकती हैं, पर आपको अगेन समझना होगा कि आप चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंसी क्यों कर रही हैं और उसके बाद आपको मास्टर्स इन फाइनेंस करना चाहिए। देन यू विल डेफिनेटली हैव अ ग्रेट एक्सपर्टीज एंड अ नीश फॉर योरसेल्फ to carve a great career path in finance for sure. And yes, doing it from IIMs, nothing beats that. So please go for it. And okay, Palak is saying he did not read my question completely. So Palak, can you maybe you can unmute Palak and can answer.
I am unmuting Palak, sir. Just a second.
Perfect. अच्छा, प्रियांशी कह रही है कि मुझे डांस में और म्यूजिक में जाना है लेकिन मेरी मदर अलाउ नहीं कर रही है। अगर आपकी मदर अलाउ नहीं कर रही है तो आप जरूर मेरे पास लेके आइए, मैं जरूर उनसे बात करूंगा और उनको समझाऊंगा। लेकिन उससे पहले हम खुद साइंटिफिकली ये समझना चाहेंगे कि हाउ गुड ऑफ अ डांसर और अ म्यूजिशियन यू आर, एंड यस इफ यू आर देन डेफिनेटली वी विल प्रोफेस एंड एडवोकेट फॉर दैट। देयर इज नो प्रॉब्लम्स इन दैट एट ऑल।
Palak, if you can.
Am I audible, sir? Am I audible?
Yeah.
So actually, I want to ask that I have decided to do CA and then MBA, but the big question arises is that should I do regular college with CA or not? Means getting an opportunity from top DUs. So how I'm going to manage both of them?
That's a question that you need to answer for yourself. I know of very many friends of mine who have done regular college and they have topped the CA ranks. So again, depends on you. Doesn't matter really if you're doing it regular or distance. If you can manage both of them, because they are not fundamentally very different programs, they are quite an overlapping. There's a curriculum, so you should be able to take advantage of a regular course. Should not be a problem to me. I don't think there should be a problem. Again, it's your choice, but it doesn't matter. If your CA should be your focus. If you are able to manage your CA with regular, go for it. If you're not, drop the regular college, because CA is your a prima facie bigger goal.
Super. Palak, if you can mute the voice. Sir, the next question is, it's a small question from Rahil, interesting question. And I'm sure it will help a lot of people who are interested in this. Rahil says, I want to become an actor in Bollywood. Let me add something to it. What if somebody is interested in learning acting from, say, NSD, National School of Drama, and the person wants to make decent money in life through that, not just Bollywood, maybe theater also? If you can please guide on this.
Sure. Acting is a great career choice. And again, I would say, please understand your aptitude, your interests, your skill sets, your competence. Go for, I'm sure you have participated in various skits, plays, you have acted at various levels, and that's giving you the confidence of picking this up as a mainstream career choice. And you can go for learning acting in a lot of acting schools in this country. At undergrad level, you can take entire bachelor's in acting and filmmaking, and then you can do your master's in acting and filmmaking from the institutes like NSD and FTI and so on and so forth. Definitely you can do that. And post that, even if you're doing theater, even if you're not doing big movies, even if you're doing television, even if you're doing OTT, there are lots of web platforms in today's time. So there is in today's time, there's no dearth of opportunities. If you are a good actor, you will get really great opportunities, because there are, I know of more than 25 online channels and platforms where you have so much of content available, so many web series, so many documentaries, so many movies coming up. So this is the best time to be there, really, if you ask me. There is no restrictions, there is no one television channel, there is no one movie career. There are umpteen ways to demonstrate and showcase your acting skills. So go for it. All the best, Rahil.
If you permit me, I'll attach a couple of questions with this. If somebody is interested in direction, if somebody is interested in script writing, he understands life and he's able to see, and he wants to write that in the script, and he wants somebody to direct it. So script writing, direction, every single part that is attached to a small movie, what are the ways? Are the ways different or?
No, so yes, you can do your bachelor's, but you can do with different specializations. Some of the courses offered at bachelor's level has everything in the curriculum. So they have screenplay to writing to direction to editing to acting to filmmaking, everything at the undergrad level. And then at the master's level, you can pick up the specialization that you want to pick up. So all of this is definitely available as professional qualification in today's time in this country.
Right, sir. I'm sure we will have good movies coming in, and not just the time investing ones. A couple of questions which have come, which have just come. First is, I just missed the name, but the lady says she wants to become an air hostess. She is in 11th or 12th standard. What should be the next step?
The next step can be, then you can actually join any finishing school. There are lots of finishing schools which prepare you to become a great cabin crew for national and international airlines. They also help you with the placements. At least they help you with the interviews for sure, that I know of. So I think and you are eligible after 10th any which ways. So make sure that you have a certain height and you meet the basic criteria to become an air hostess. And if you meet them, then please go ahead and start applying to these finishing schools. These finishing schools have programs from 6 months to 1 year to 2 years. Look for the right program, enroll in them and go for it. Wish you all the best.
Superb. And sir, what are the possibilities after MJMC, mass communication, uh, where all the person can go? I mean,
Lots and lots of opportunities, more than 30 to 40 career choices. You can be a part of advertising, you can be a part of television, radio, any kind of content, all the OTT platforms. You can be a part of Amazon, Netflix, you can be on YouTube, any magazines, newspapers. You can be a blogger. There are umpteen opportunities. You can be working with various departments of governments, all the multinational companies. You can work in corporate communications, public relations, advertising, sales and marketing. You can be working in, hazar options open for you.
Right, sir. We are getting a lot of questions, but to everybody who's posting, who doesn't know, but who's posting questions which have already been answered in this session or in the last session, the YouTube links are available, and you can go and watch Sir's last session, and obviously after this one, you will have access to this one also. So please do that. I'm deliberately not asking the repetitive questions so that we can take up the new ones.
Sir, where can I get a good career counselor? Please come to us, look for us, log on to studentsdestination.com. My company's name is studentsdestination.com. Please log on to studentsdestination.com. There are numbers given on the website. Please reach out to those numbers, call us up, and we'll be more than happy to help you. That's the whole idea. Thank you so very much, Betaji. Yes, Abhishek, go ahead.
Right. I was about to take this one because a lot of students were saying that our questions have been answered, but we want an expert guidance. So a lot of people were writing that we want to know about a good career counselor, and I'm thankful that you have talked about Students Destination. Jaskirat Kaur has asked a question. It applies to many people. She says she has taken up science in 10th standard, doesn't know what to choose, and she needs suggestion from you on what to choose as far as the career is concerned after 12th standard. The bottom line is it must be fulfilling, it must give decent money, and she can choose anything that you suggest.
So I cannot suggest without understanding you scientifically with the help of psychometric assessments. So let me tell you that please understand that your career is one of the most important decisions of your life. I truly believe that each one of us pick up two very important decisions in our lives. One is selecting a career, and second is selecting a life partner. And I truly believe that both the decisions need to be taken after a lot of deliberation. They need to be well informed, I would say, decisions. And please spend a lot of time, I say at least a year to 2 years, on yourself. Pick up the right career counseling company, or pick up the right expert, or do it with yourself, with your parents, and start taking the first few steps like I talked about in the last Sunday. And again, I'm mentioning that please understand yourself very well. Put the focus on you. Understand yourself, explore yourself, discover yourself. The more and more you will discover yourself, you will figure out that I am good at some things. Let me be very clear on this, that each one of us have some things to offer to ourselves. Each one of us are great at some things. Even if you're great at one thing, that one thing can convert into $1 billion career. And please focus on that. And that is the bottom line from us. If you are able to figure out that, then you are absolutely in the right direction. So even if there is not a great career around it today, you can be the one who can create a great career around it. You can be the one who can be the leader in creating the entire career and entire industry around it. So to Jaskirat, you have to engage with us, and then we spend hours and hours before we really help you to decide what is the best thing for you.
Sir, as you've mentioned, I would request you, what is the easiest way for our applicants to reach out to Students Destination? is the easiest way visiting the website and calling on the number, or emailing? What is the easiest way? Or is there a Google form that they can fill and somebody can give them a call?
So there are everything. So they can go to the website and they can leave their name and number, and our team members will get back to them. There is a mobile number given on the website. They can call us on that mobile number straight away, or they can register on the website and they can complete the entire service online themselves. So there are various ways of reaching out to us. The easiest way is to log on to www.studentsdestination.com.
Right, sir. That would help a lot of us. Sir, I watched one of your videos on your YouTube channel. It was on a cryptocurrency expert. Now, this is taking up a lot of businesses. A couple of countries have made it the official currency also, though things have not worked really well with them. But I watched your video. It was not a long one. And if you can throw some light on, is there a course that somebody can pursue after 12th related to cryptocurrency expert or something? If you can please throw some light.
Yes. So there is cryptocurrency expert is a great career choice in today's times, because a lot of countries, it is a new concept, relatively new concept for a lot of countries, and a lot of people in those countries want to trade in cryptocurrency. They want to understand the cryptocurrency. They want to have some business around it, and therefore every country is looking for cryptocurrency experts. So in this country also, in India, there's a lot of demand for cryptocurrency experts, and for that you need to be having a lot of knack for seeking a lot of knowledge around cryptocurrencies. So you should be learning on yourself, I would say. And then secondly, there are various programs available, various courses available online. Very short-term courses are available. You can do them and learn and understand what are the various cryptocurrencies available. How do they trade? Where did they originate? How did they originate? What values are they trading? How do they trade? So you need to gather all that information so that you can actually help any other person to start a business or to trade in cryptocurrency. And therefore these experts are required. To see it more, I think maybe you can go to YouTube channel and you can watch my video. Thank you.
Right, sir. Sir, lately we see in the last maybe a decade, we see that Amazon and the other publishers, e-publishers also, they have been helping a lot of people write books. And today writing a book has become really, really easy. Attached to that, there is something, as we all know, there's something called proofreading. And a lot of us really like it because that gives us an opportunity to read a book and obviously find flaws and mistakes in that and correct them. Is there a career in it? Is there a course in it? What should I do with that?
Yeah, so there are courses in proofreading. There are online programs which help you to become a better proofreader. There are definitely careers in it for the ages that we know of, because every publisher, every publication, they all need proofreaders. And this is a great and interesting career choice. If you love reading, if you are good at finding mistakes, if you're good at a particular language and you are really having good command about it, then definitely you can go for this career choice. Lots of interesting questions coming out there. Okay, so can I pick up one question? Somebody is asking me, if I want to be a scientist, what should I do? If you want to be a scientist, all you need to do is that pick up science subjects in 11th and 12th, because you are in 10th right now. So pick up your subjects, whichever excites you, whichever is really interesting and is getting you curious. Please pick up that subject, and then after 11th and 12th, go for I would say doing an undergrad honors and masters, and then you can do your MPhil and PhDs and you can become a scientist. Or you can, after doing your graduation, go for various examinations for fellowship programs, for research programs, and then you can become a scientist. So there are various ways to become a scientist. First, you should understand that what really is making you curious, what is the real excitement, what is that one thing that you want to figure out in that particular subject, and that should be your driving force at this point in time. There's a question that somebody says, I want to be a billionaire. Where is that? What is that question? Abhishek, can you pick up that question?
I would need to find out because the questions are coming at the rate of maybe 0.7 seconds per question. And a lot of questions are coming in. Let me find out, sir. The billionaire question.
In the meanwhile, yeah, sir, I want to be a billionaire by doing programming. So that, so what should I do after 12th, which helped me improve my programming more? And now I'm in 11th and I've taken PCM, by which I can't focus on programming. सौरभ गौतम, आप जरूर प्रोग्रामिंग पे फोकस कर सकते हैं. PCM के साथ अगर आपने IP लिया है और नहीं लिया है तो ले लीजिए आप. और IP में आप जरूर स्टार्ट करिए प्रोग्रामिंग, because Python is one of the most versatile languages. It is right now most in demand. So please learn that language, and that will help you with a very basic level of programming to begin with, and then you can do your BCA or BTech in software development or programming and coding, and then you can go from there. So billionaire बनना इतना important नहीं है. अगर आप बहुत अच्छी प्रोग्रामिंग करेंगे तो आप ऑटोमेटिकली बिलियनर बन जाएंगे. तो पहले तो फोकस करिए कि आपको प्रोग्रामिंग में मजा भी आता है, कि आप एक प्रोग्रामर बनने के लिए फिट हैं, क्या आप एक बहुत अच्छे प्रोग्रामर बन सकते हैं. ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है जानना. तो प्लीज यू focus on that, whether you are meant to be a great programmer. If you are meant to be a great programmer, then you will reach the best places. Don't worry about it. Yes, Abhishek.
Sir, Amrit has just asked, she wants to become an interior designer, and what is the way forward?
Yeah, so way forward to become an interior designer is that after 12th, you can pick up a design course, bachelor's in interior design from various universities, or you can go for in a bachelor's in architecture, because that's also will, another program which will set your foundation to become a great interior designer. So you can pick up whatever, you want to pick up to become an architect. You need to be having a PCM, because that will open all the universities, colleges. There's an entrance examination known as NATA, or you can go for IIT JEE, through which also you can do your B Arch. So you can go for interior design or architecture for sure. Somebody is asking, I want to be a fashion designer.
Right, Bharti is asking this question.
Yeah, or I should go for NIFT, or I should go for some private college. No, if you can crack NIFT, that's the best colleges in the country. Go for the best centers, Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore ones, and go for the top ranked centers of NIFT.
And I'm sure, to add to it, Bharti, if you like to have good time while pursuing this course, NIFT has in Kangla also, so you have good time. So Carlson has talked about something called musical arts. So we have discussed different forms of arts, though. Is there anything that makes musical arts and its courses different?
म्यूजिकल आर्ट्स में क्या स्पेशलाइजेशन करना चाहता है, पर लेकिन बच्चे के लिए म्यूजिकल आर्ट्स डेफिनेटली अवेलेबल है. मुझे नहीं मालूम है कौन सी क्लास में है वो. 11th और 12th में भी वो म्यूजिकल आर्ट फॉर्म में बहुत सारे ऑप्शंस अभी CBSE ने खोल रखे हैं. चाहे वो तबला हो, चाहे वो हारमोनियम हो, चाहे वो गिटार हो, बहुत सारी तमाम चीजें. तो प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट एग्जैक्टली एक्साइट्स यू. हैव यू बीन टेकिंग सम क्लासेस, प्रोफेशनल ट्रेनिंग्स, वेयर आर यू एट दिस पॉइंट इन टाइम? तो ये कौन सा बच्चा है? बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग क्वेश्चन है. इसको अनम्यूट करके हम बात करना चाहेंगे प्लीज.
यस सर, हिज नेम इज Carlson. I will give me 5 seconds. I'll unmute him. Carlson, you can ask your question. I have given you permission to unmute.
Sir, can you hear me? Sir,
yes, you're audible, Carlson.
Sir, actually I wanted to become a musical artist. So, actually drums has inspired me. So I wanted to become a musical artist. So what course I can do for becoming a musical artist?
Okay, so you can do bachelor's in musical arts, picking up your drums as majors, and then you can do something in minors with other instruments as well. There are ways.
Now,
sorry?
Sir, I'm in 10th class, sir, now.
हाँ, तो 11th में आप ड्रम्स ले लीजिए, अपने स्कूल में ड्रम्स ले लीजिए. आप उसको धीरे धीरे आगे बढ़ाइए और देखिए कि आप कितना अच्छा कर रहे हैं ड्रम्स. और फिर आप जो है अंडर ग्रेड लेवल पे उसको आप पढ़ सकते हैं, सीख सकते हैं। आप पोस्ट ग्रेड लेवल पे भी जा सकते हैं आगे। और बहुत तमाम यूनिवर्सिटीज़ हैं जो म्यूजिक में स्पेशलाइजेशन रखती हैं। हिंदुस्तान में भी कुछ बहुत अच्छी यूनिवर्सिटीज़ हैं, और फॉरेन में तो डेफिनेटली बहुत सारी यूनिवर्सिटीज़ हैं। So I would say definitely go for it. The next 2 years will decide how great you are at it and how long can you go with this career choice. So please pursue, immediately start playing drums, start taking classes. That's the first step forward. Thank you.
Sir?
Yeah, go on.
Sir, actually, I asked about astrophysics too. So, is there anything I can do for becoming an astrophysicist as well?
अरे बहुत ही डिस्टिंक्ट चॉइसेस मांग रहे हो आप। कभी बोल रहे हो म्यूजिकल आर्ट्स और एक तरफ आप बोल रहे हो एस्ट्रोफिजिक्स। ऑफ कोर्स आप एस्ट्रोफिजिक्स में जा सकते हैं, आप अंडर ग्रेड लेवल पे एस्ट्रोफिजिक्स ले सकते हैं, पोस्ट ग्रेड लेवल पे ले सकते हैं। बहुत सारी यूनिवर्सिटीज हिंदुस्तान में आज की तारीख में एस्ट्रोफिजिक्स में प्रोग्राम्स लॉन्च कर रही हैं। बहुत अच्छे प्रोग्राम्स डेफिनेटली इंडिया के बाहर ऑफर हो रहे हैं, लेकिन इंडिया में भी कुछ प्रोग्राम्स फिलहाल हैं एस्ट्रोफिजिक्स पे, आप जरूर उनको देख सकते हैं।
थैंक यू सर।
Right. Thank you, Carlson. You can mute yourself. Sir, Bagisha has asked an interesting question. I'm sure Adidas and Reebok and many brands would like to listen to the answer. She says she wants to know about footwear designing. And parallel to that, I was a little amazed to see that just after this question, she asked about humanities. But yes, knowing about these two would be interesting from you. Thank you.
Okay, so footwear design definitely बहुत जबरदस्त करियर चॉइस है। और मुझे याद है अगेन कि 5 साल पहले एक बच्चे को हमने फुटवेयर डिजाइन रेकमेंड किया था। उसने नोएडा के फुटवेयर डिजाइन इंस्टीट्यूट से, जो विच इज वन ऑफ द बेस्ट एंड फाइनेस्ट इन द कंट्री, FTDI, वहां से अपना अंडर ग्रेड किया। और वहां अंडर ग्रेड के दौरान उसको जो है इंटर्नशिप मिलान में करने को मिला। एंड आफ्टर दैट that child got the post-graduation scholarship in New York, and that child is designing shoes in New York, and that child is at a package of roughly $250,000 a year. Abhishek, that's a very, very big money from any standards for anybody.
Undoubtedly, sir. Yeah. So, adding to this answer, asking a question, do we have enough jobs for footwear designers, or we are meek at it?
No, there are great jobs available. See, if you are really great at it, there's always a need for you. There's always a need for you. One. Secondly, you don't need to be dependent on a job yourself. You can create your own label. You can, create your own shoes. We know of so very many people who are creating their own labels, and they're designers, and they are selling their own on the website, or they are selling on the other footwear websites, or they are selling on Amazon, Myntra, Flipkart, etc.
Sir, at the moment I was looking at something, and I happened to see the topic of the day once again, and that brought me to a question that has been in my mind since a few days now. And I'm sure it applies to many people, if you permit me to ask. A lot of people want to become entrepreneurs for obviously the profit-making reason. They want to increase the share value, as simple as that. And besides that, we see that a lot of people want to become social entrepreneurs. They want to help the society in some way. And instead of a typical organization, they want to run a trust or a foundation, wherein they do not want profit and they do not want bank balances and everything, but they want to serve a specific part of the society. How can one do it, and how can one ensure that he does not go bankrupt and things are all right as far as the monetary coming in is concerned? Please.
Very, very good. Thank you so much. You have made my day, because you have asked one of the most meaningful questions that generally I get to hear. So great. So I can answer this question in 2 ways. So there is one which is unconventional way of going about it. The unconventional way is that I and you know that in today's times, the power of social media is very, very big. So if you are really attached to a cause, and if you're attached to a purpose, then you can actually raise funds online. For example, I know of many foundations in Delhi and Noida where the people are raising funds online For example, my son, donates to a foundation which is Posh Foundation for Dogs, and they treat dogs. So they treat all sorts of animals, more so with dogs. They work, and they literally, treat them. So any injured, sick dog can be sent to that place, and they will treat and make that dog healthy, and then they will release the dog back to wherever the dog came from. So, likewise, there are many foundations who are working for a particular cause, and they can raise funds online for very many causes, and they can run various campaigns. That's one way of doing it. The second way of doing it is a very structured and organized corporate way of doing it, wherein you can do your bachelor's in social work, you can do your master's in social work, and if you do your master's in social work from top universities, then you definitely get 100% campus placement with the best NGOs, with the best multinationals, with the best government companies. Everybody comes to hire you, and there you can start your career by getting great monies coming to you, at the same time attaching yourself to the right purpose, to the right cause, and you get the funds to help the community at large. Because by the government of India, there is a mandate that every company in this country which is making 100 crores of turnover and is profitable has to spend 2% of their annual income in this great cause. And they have to have a department which is known as CSR, Corporate Social Responsibility Department. And these are the people who are hired for these departments, the people who are postgrads in social work. So this is a great career choice. It's a absolutely wonderful career choice, and you have the same corporate ladder to follow the way you would have gone and done your MBA in any other specialization. So you start as a management trainee, that you move on to become assistant manager, GM, VP, president, and so on and so forth. And you have similar packages also to support yourself. So you don't have to worry about how your home will be running. So don't worry about that. And then after a couple of years, you can actually, move on, and you can start your own organization, and you can pick up your own venture if you want to.
So what is a sane decision the moment you begin with this? Should one begin with his own NGO foundation, maybe a small one which is serving, say, 10 kids to begin with, or should the person join as an employee in an already set up, maybe a Reliance Foundation or the other foundation which is already doing good work, and which one should one choose?
I think it's important that one must understand how the whole thing operates, how they function, to understand the nitty-gritties, to understand the challenges, to be able to see both the sides very well. And that will be a great learning experience before you really venture out on your own. I would always recommend that.
Right, sir. We've got an interesting question through email, and I was keeping it kind of towards the last, but looking at the current scenario of politics in India, it sounds nice. We have I won't name, but we have a political analyst and a mentor to an extent in India, who's very, very popular among parties. Everybody wants to hire him as an advisor and everything. Punjab government has just had him in the panel. How can one become not a politician, not a media man, but a political analyst, and maybe help the parties in their growth and make decent money?
Where there are various organizations, like I know that you're referring to Prashant Kishore and his organization.
Right, sir.
It's a very large organization, and they have hired hundreds of people across the country from the best management institutes. So again, you need to be having a great knack of analysis. You need to be understanding management. The basic skills that one needs to have remain the same, and the way you help an organization or a business, gain more revenues, or gain better marketing or sales for their products. Likewise, it's a similar way that you work with the political parties and you become a political analyst. So there's nothing really much different. And today it is a very organized setup and an organized sector. Every party is looking at hiring people. Some of the parties have full-time regular employees working with them all the time. Some of them engage with organizations from outside, like Prashant Kishore's organization, and so on and so forth.
Does that apply to the IT cell of different parties also? Is that the same besides
No,
the analyst part?
Cell is different.
Right. So obviously that is related to a political party, but that work has nothing to do with politics. It is totally technical.
Yeah.
Right. We have just received a question. Because of the quick questions coming in, I missed the name. The person wants to ask, I'm very interested in becoming a public speaker. What should I do?
Okay, so yes, it's a great career choice. You can become a great public speaker. What you should do, you can pick up qualifications in communication. You can do your undergrad and postgrad in communications, because there you are constantly working towards building your communication skills, and it's a great career option. Please go for it. In today's times, you don't need really a lot of help. You can start your own platform, you can start your own YouTube channel, and you can go for it. So yes, I would strongly encourage you. If you really believe that you are meant to be a great public speaker, go for it. Wish you all the best. Thank you so very much.
Right. And that question, I just noticed that was coming from Pushpanjali Srivastav. Somebody wants to ask a question. Is that?
Oh, I think somebody was unmute. Ram Jeevan Singh, somebody was there. Anyways, go for it, Abhishek.
Right. So we have answered, I think we have covered approximately 58 questions now, and non-repetitive 58 questions. And if you talk about the number of questions we have actually covered.
There is one question coming again and again, that I am looking at picking up humanities, but everybody demotivates me and also says there's no scope in it. What should I do? Please, ये कौन है जो आपको demotivate कर रहा है? Humanities से maximum career options निकलते हैं. Humanities में maximum subject choices है आपके पास, और humanities से world के best career choices निकलते हैं. तो please कोई भी बच्चे को humanities लेने के लिए demotivate ना करे. ये बहुत गलत है. ये बिल्कुल नहीं होना चाहिए. चाहे हम public policy and research की बात करें, economics की बात करें, all sciences की बात करें, history की बात करें, ज्योग्राफी की बात करें, इंग्लिश की बात करें, लॉ की बात करें, the world's best lawmakers, diplomats, policymakers, police officers, civil services officers, politicians, leaders, artists, they all are coming from humanities. How can you demotivate a child to pick up humanities? This is absolutely criminal. Please don't do that.
So do you want to listen to Vagisha, who asked this question?
I have answered, so she said thank you so much, sir.
Yes, I thought you would like to real time.
Last दो बच्चों को आप unmute करके सवाल ले लीजिए. Last two questions, and then we'll quickly, wind up the session.
Vrinda has a question. I will permit her. Vrinda. All right, Vrinda, you can unmute yourself and ask question to sir directly.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. I'm Vrinda Satish. I just wanted to know the right path to pursue defense engineering.
Okay, so yes, you could go to DRDO or ISRO as well. They both are good organizations. But before I actually answer that, I would like to ask you, how did you pick up on defense engineering? What does it mean to you? What exactly you want to do?
I actually want to go into defense army. And I'm also interested in engineering. So I thought defense engineering would be the right path for me.
So yes, you can go. Yeah, so you can actually do your engineering, and after that you can join armed forces through CDS. You can do that as well, or you can join NDA, and after that you can join various engineering careers as well. So there are various options available to you through various methods and ways and means. So understand engineering first, which branch, what excites you. You can do your engineering first, and then you can go via CDS, or you can actually crack your NDA, and after that also you can go for it. So there's no challenge with that at all. And please understand that defense doesn't necessarily mean engineering, and engineering doesn't mean great career or great future. Please understand that what engineering, why, what exactly you want to do. So please have a much deeper thought around it. My only suggestion to you. Career is very, very important. Next 60, 70 years are dependent on this. Please put in enough of thought before you go for it. All the best. Next.
Thank you so much, sir.
Swastik is asking a question which relates so much with me. And would you like to listen to the question directly, or should I say that?
No, let's unmute him. Absolutely.
Swastik, I am allowing you to speak. Please unmute.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Beta.
I am very interested in computer engineering, but I am not that interested in maths. But sir, I am thinking to take up commerce without maths in future. So can I take some jobs and get in job opportunities in IP sector?
Yeah. IT आप जरूर कर सकते हैं, कंप्यूटर्स आप जरूर कर सकते हैं, बिना मैथ्स के भी, बिल्कुल चिंता मत करिए। बहुत सारे स्पेशलाइज्ड कोर्सेज हैं 12th के बाद जो आपको कंप्यूटर्स में, प्रोग्रामिंग में, डेवलपमेंट में, डिजाइनिंग में, लैंग्वेजेस में सीखने को अलाउ करेंगे। लेकिन बहुत सारे कोर्सेज ऐसे भी हैं जहां पर मैथ्स मैंडेटरी है। तो आप देख लीजिए कि आप एग्जैक्टली क्या करना चाहते हैं। आपको मे बी इंजीनियरिंग इन कंप्यूटर साइंस नहीं मिलेगा, लेकिन आपको कंप्यूटर साइंस में डेवलपमेंट काम करने के कोर्सेज मिल जाएंगे, कंप्यूटर साइंसेस पढ़ने को मिल जाएगा, BCA करने को मिल जाएगा, और भी तमाम तरह के प्रोग्राम्स मिल जाएंगे। एंड आई एम श्योर कि जब तक आप 12th, अभी आप कौन सी क्लास में बेटा?
सर 10th।
तब तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, बिकॉज 2 साल बाद बहुत कुछ बदल चुका होगा। NEP के चलते आपका अंडरग्रेड जो है वो 4 साल का हो जाएगा हिंदुस्तान में। आपको अंडरग्रेड में सब्जेक्ट चेंज करने की अपॉर्चुनिटीज मिलेंगी। तो बहुत सारी फ्लेक्सिबिलिटीज, बहुत सारे सब्जेक्ट और बहुत कुछ बदल जाएगा जब तक आप 12th पास करके आएंगे। तो डोंट वरी, यू विल हैव ऑल द ऑप्शंस अवेलेबल। डोंट फोर्स योरसेल्फ ऑन डूइंग समथिंग व्हिच यू डोंट एंजॉय एंड यू डोंट वांट टू डू।
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So
Yeah,
Shrishti has a connected question. Shrishti wants to know if she can pursue commerce in 11th and 12th without mathematics.
Yeah, she can, of course. Of course she can. There's no question, there's no doubt about it. एक ये भी एक बहुत बड़ा मिथ है कि लोगों को लगता है अगर मैंने कॉमर्स में मैथ्स नहीं लिया तो मैं CA नहीं कर पाऊंगा, या CS नहीं कर पाऊंगा, या CMA नहीं कर पाऊंगा, या मैं आगे फाइनेंस में अपना करियर अच्छा नहीं बना पाऊंगा। ऐसा बिल्कुल नहीं है। प्लीज 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 अंडरस्टैंड, अगर आपको मैथ्स नहीं करना है, आप जरूर बिना मैथ्स के कॉमर्स कर सकते हैं और आप उतने ही अच्छे CA बन सकते हैं, आप उतने अच्छे फाइनेंस प्रोफेशनल बन सकते हैं। डोंट वरी अबाउट इट। यू डोंट नीड टू नो द काइंड ऑफ मैथ्स व्हिच इज बीइंग टॉट इन 11th and 12th. So do not worry about it. Go bindas with commerce and give your best.
Full Marks has just posted a link to put your comments, feedback and learnings in the form that they have created. Applicants, please do that, and also leave your question in case you still have one.
Abhishek, there are 2 people with their hands up. Maybe we must at least ensure कि ये दोनों हाथ वाले लोगों को।
I will find out, sir.
Ram Jeevan Singh and Mahima Prajapati. There are 2 hands up.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, hi.
Good morning, sir. Oh, sorry. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mahima. बोलो बेटा।
Sir, my question is, I'm interested in network marketing. So, what can I do for that?
Why are you interested in network marketing? Who told you? What is network marketing?
Sir, network marketing is a best career for students also, and that time online work is going on.
Network marketing होता क्या है बच्चे?
Sir, network marketing में हम मतलब कोई कंपनी है उसको हम प्रमोट करते हैं, उस टाइप से स्पीकर टाइप का होता है वो।
जी बिल्कुल।
एफिलिएट मार्केटिंग अभी मैं पढ़ रही हूँ।
जी जी बिल्कुल। एफिलिएट मार्केटिंग इज स्लाइटली डिफरेंट देन नेटवर्क मार्केटिंग। तो नेटवर्क मार्केटिंग बिल्कुल सही कहा।
कनेक्ट विद दस पीपल्स।
हाँ, you need to start building network and you need to promote that company's products, and in the process you start building the network and you start earning with every single person that you are adding to your network.
Yes.
Again, it's not a career for everybody. You need to understand whether you have the right interest area, you have the right aptitude, you have the right personality for it. Is it a bad career or a good career? Definitely it's a good career choice, working very well for last 40-50 years. There are so very many multi-billion-dollar large network companies present in the world, and sure, go for it if this is your career choice, but please make sure whether you really belong to that career or not. Get that understanding very, very clear.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, beta. Next question.
Sir, I have a couple of questions. One, recently I have got to know from a lot of applicants and students that besides a full-time 9-to-5 job, they are more interested in freelancing on different skills. So for example, if somebody is all right at speaking, teaching a specific subject, or writing or something, so the person, instead of taking up 9-to-5 specific job, person wants to take freelance assignments. So is it a good option for life, for the entire life, to be a freelancer and keep doing a lot of things on your own terms?
Yeah, you could do that. If you are able to sustain and survive, you could do that. Again, you need to ask yourself what is more important, your freedom, your choice of work versus money. Then definitely, if your first thing is weighing more, that your independence, your choice of work is more important for you, definitely go for it. And I'm sure in today's times, one can sustain. If you are really good at it, one can sustain and one can last longer.
And the second one was Vishal wants to be a photographer.
Great. That's again a wonderful career choice. Vishal को unmute करके बात करें हम. ये last question होगा because I have another meeting lined up, so this will be the last question of the day.
Just a second. Vishal, I have permitted you if you would like to talk about it.
Vishal.
Sir.
हाँ जी बेटा जी, बताइए आप फोटोग्राफर क्यों बनना चाहते हैं?
Sir, from small I am interested in photographer, sir.
अच्छा, आप बचपन से आप you want to be a photographer, but are you clicking good pictures? Can you share some pictures
Yes,
of yours?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you have a DSLR camera?
No, sir. From phone only I'll click, sir. I'll buy a camera.
Okay, so have you shared your pictures on Instagram or Facebook? Have you been posting your pictures for some competitions? Have you won some awards?
No, sir.
Not yet. Okay.
After 10th, I want to take a photographer.
Yeah. So yes, you can pick up courses in photography to begin with, and you also need to pick up a professional camera. These two things are very, very important. And once you have done a course for at least 6 to 12 months, that will decide whether you can become a great photographer or not. And if yes, you are a great photographer, then definitely go for it. It's a brilliant career choice. And I have also created a video on YouTube on photography. You should go and watch that video also. And you can look for great career options, because in today's times, everybody's clicking pictures. Every business is looking for professional photographers. Every e-commerce website is looking for professional photographers. So great demand for professional photographers. If you are really damn good at it, if you are really great at it, please pick that up as a career choice. Wish you all the best, beta. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Before we close, Vagisha has wrote a few times that she wants to ask a question. Can we allow her?
Achha, just last 1 minute, beta.
Right, we will keep it the last one. Vagisha, a quick question, please.
Good afternoon, sir.
Afternoon, beta. Tell me.
Sir, the thing is, I'm not good enough in maths, but at theoretical subjects, I'm very nice. So basically, I want to clear UPSC first. And so my confusion is that I want to go in CBI too. So if I will go first in CBI, then I will be at the lower post. But if I will crack UPSC and then will join the CBI, so I will be the very higher post, the A grade. So what should I do first?
UPSC,
I'm a bit confused.
UPSC, go for UPSC.
Okay. But as you know, it will take some time to crack it. Like, I'm not very sure that I will gonna crack it at the very first time.
अरे
So
आप इसी सोच के साथ जा रही हैं कि मैं क्रैक कर पाऊंगी नहीं कर पाऊंगी, तो फिर मुश्किल हो जाएगा. आप बिल्कुल क्लियर हो जाइए कि you will be able to crack it, whatever it requires to crack it. Start working in that direction immediately after your class 12, because you have 3 years to complete your graduation, and that is good enough time for you to prepare for your prelims and mains. So don't start by putting an if or but in between. No, start by
Okay, sir.
saying and telling yourself you will crack it. Okay?
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye bye. Chaliye. So Abhishek, can you close the session please now? I have to rush.
Right, sir. I'll take 30 more seconds from you. It is, I mean, we have no words, actually no words to say that the session and the last session, it has actually helped us not remain with conflicts. We have better understanding of things. In fact, just not the careers, we have better understanding of how to deal with the parents and friends. We have one more session left, and it would be very, very interesting to know what will happen in that. And I'm sure that will be driven by your questions, applicants. So we have two categories right now. One category wants an expert advice. They want to meet up. They want to be a part of the psychometric analysis, which has a 30-25 pager report coming in, and then your multiple counseling sessions. Such people can obviously go to the website studentsdestination.com, as Sir has mentioned. And the rest of the people who will be coming in the third session, I personally request you to please get your parents. When your parents will listen and watch from an expert directly without your intervention, they will have, your things will become easy. So get your friends, get your parents, it's your responsibility, and make your life easy. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, Full Marks, and thank you, Orange Education.
Thank you, everybody. Wish you all the best. Thanks. Bye-bye.